Introducing the Flowplant Mini Duct Desilter, a portable unit for clearing small bore lead-ins and pole work in Duct 56 and 100. After removing all accessories from the vehicle, the pump assembly is unclipped from the main reel. It's then placed outside the vehicle on firm and level ground. The ratchet straps are released from the vehicle's anchor points and the main reel is carefully removed. The Flowplant Mini Duct Desilter has several components that need to be connected. The main reel, a foot control valve, colored-coded hoses, a mini desilting reel, and the pump assembly. Prior to operation, the engineer must carry out daily maintenance checks, including removal and cleaning of the inlet water filter, checking the engine and pump oil levels using the dipsticks, visually checking the high-pressure hoses for abrasions or cuts in their outer cover and the steel couplings for wear and tear. The desilter nozzle is then checked for blockages, which can be removed using the cleaning tool provided with the machine. If the jet is badly blocked, it may be necessary to remove it from the desilting hose using soft-jawed grips or a suitable spanner. Take care not to loose the crush seal inside the nozzle. Once unblocked and cleaned, it can then be replaced and nipped up. The engineers then set up suitable barriers and signs around the entire site location, restricting access to all unauthorized personnel. The large yellow inlet supply hose is then connected to the onboard water tank valve. Filling of the water tank then takes place using a hose pipe or suitable container. The red water tank valve is then opened to allow the water to flow freely before connecting onto the pump via the snap connector fitting, with the engine switch in the off position. The engineer then primes the pump by pulling the engine start cord a few times until a good stream of water is coming out of the yellow connector. Connect the yellow sleeve hose from the pump outlet to the main hose reel. And release the hose reel lock. The mini desilting reel, red sleeve hose and foot control valve are placed next to the open box and duct. A suitable length of blue sleeve hose is pulled from the main hose reel and connected to the blue coupling on the foot control valve. One end of the red sleeve hose is then connected to the red coupling on the foot control valve, and the other end is connected to the red coupling on the mini desilting reel. After carrying out a gas test, the engineers measure 500 mm from the end of the gold desilting hose and tightly wrap a brightly colored adhesive band at this point. This acts as an indicator that the nozzle is nearing the exit point when desilting is completed. Now the gold desilting hose is pushed at least 500 mm into the duct entrance. This ensures that there's no danger of splashback when starting the desilting process. Finally, before starting the engine, the fuel tank level must be checked. A low fuel level will make the engine difficult to start. the engine is set to the on position and the fuel is turned on. The choke is set to the appropriate position and the throttle adjusted to a midway position. The pressure control valve is turned anti-clockwise until loose. The engine is then started with the pull cord, and once warmed up, the choke is backed off and the engine speed is increased. The pressure control valve is wound in approximately 2 to 3 full turns clockwise to increase the pressure. Checking that the gold hose is still a safe distance within the duct, the engineer unwinds a short amount of desilting hose from the mini reel and presses the foot control pedal to start the desilting process. Allowing the nozzle to travel up and down the duct, cleaning short sections at a time until the whole length has been cleared. When cleaning is complete, the hose is pulled back to the adhesive band and the foot pedal is then released. The engine is then switched to the off position and the pressure control valve unwound anti-clockwise until loose. The fuel is then turned off and the engine speed set back to tick over. The foot pedal must be pressed for 5 seconds to release trapped pressure from the system. All the hoses can now be disconnected, taking care to keep them clean and free from dirt. Before stowing the main reel in the vehicle, check that the water tank is still securely strapped and any residual water drained off. Now safely stow the main reel using the ratchet straps and anchor points provided. Place the pump unit onto the locating pins in the main reel and secure using the front and rear latches. Always stow the pump unit in this way and never allow it to tip over whilst transporting. This can cause fuel spillages and may severely damage the pump unit. Safely stow all the accessories in suitable positions. You must read and fully understand the Flowplant Mini Desilter Operator's Quick Reference Safety Guide before using this equipment. Personal protective equipment for this application include steel toe-capped boots, a waterproof suit, gloves, hard hat with face shield and suitable ear protection. For additional information, see www.flowplant.com.